The sun had set hours ago, leaving the dense forest bathed in an oppressive darkness. Reza and his friends, Maya and Andi, were hiking back to their campsite after exploring the trails. The trio had underestimated how quickly night would fall, and now they found themselves lost in the middle of the woods. "We should have stayed on the marked path," Maya muttered, hugging herself against the cold. "We'll find our way," Andi assured her, though his voice lacked conviction. As they trudged through the trees, the faint glow of a light appeared in the distance. "Do you see that?" Reza asked, pointing ahead. "It looks like a house," Maya said, hope flickering in her eyes. As they drew closer, the light revealed a small wooden warung. A lantern swayed gently in the breeze, casting eerie shadows. The structure seemed ancient, its walls weathered and worn, but the scent of freshly cooked food wafted through the air. "That's odd," Andi said, his brows furrowing. "Why would there be a warung here?" "Who cares? I'm starving," Reza said, leading the way. Inside, the warung was surprisingly warm. A single elderly woman stood behind the counter, her face partially hidden beneath a dark shawl. She smiled, revealing yellowed teeth. "Welcome," she said, her voice raspy yet oddly inviting. "You must be hungry." Reza eagerly ordered nasi goreng, while Maya and Andi opted for hot tea. The woman moved with surprising speed, preparing their food and drinks in silence. "This place is strange," Maya whispered, glancing around. The walls were adorned with faded photos and old trinkets, none of which seemed to belong to any particular time period. When the food arrived, Reza dug in without hesitation. Maya and Andi, however, hesitated, noticing the strange glint in the woman's eyes as she watched them. "This is the best nasi goreng I've ever had," Reza said, his mouth full. Maya sipped her tea reluctantly, while Andi pushed his plate away. "I don't trust this," he said under his breath. Suddenly, the lantern flickered, and a chilling wind swept through the warung. The woman's smile widened unnaturally, stretching far beyond what was humanly possible. "You've enjoyed my hospitality," she crooned, her voice echoing unnaturally. "But nothing is free." Reza froze mid-bite, his face paling. "What do you mean?" The woman's form began to distort, her once frail frame towering over them. Her eyes glowed with an unnatural light as the trinkets on the walls began to rattle. "Payment must be made," she hissed, her voice a cacophony of whispers. Andi grabbed Maya's hand. "We need to leave. Now." The trio bolted out of the warung, the woman's cackling laughter following them. As they ran, the forest seemed to shift around them, the trees forming an endless maze. When they finally stopped to catch their breath, they realized they were no longer in the forest they knew. The warung was gone, and the path behind them had vanished. Reza clutched his stomach, groaning in pain. His skin grew pale as dark veins spread across his arms. "What's happening to him?" Maya cried, her voice trembling. Andi looked around, his heart pounding. In the distance, the faint glow of a lantern appeared once more. The warung was waiting for them, its eerie light beckoning.